Hi, everyone. This is Glenna with Planning with Glenna, and I wanted to talk to you today about an easy way to set up a morning routine or an AM routine. And I am just going to check real quick to make sure that my audio is working because a couple of days ago I did a live and apparently I sounded like a robot. So we want to make sure that my audio is working. Perfect, it is. Okay, so I wanted to give you some tips on planning a morning routine. I think a morning routine is so critical and it has helped me so much to stay on track and get my morning started off right. Am I perfect with it? Absolutely not. But I do have some tips that I want to share with you that I hope will be helpful. The first thing that you want to do is you want to make a list of everything that you would like to accomplish in the morning or things that really drive you crazy. If you can't stand to wake up to a dirty kitchen, write that down. Just different things that you feel would benefit from if you made a part of your morning routine. If it overwhelms you, just start with two or three of them. Don't try to add 10 and then get overwhelmed with it. So, I want to show you, first of all, my favorite app for my morning routine. It's called Routinery, and it looks like this. And there's like a rainbow on there, so that's okay. So you can go in and you can choose the items that you want in your morning routine. You can organize them, you can move them around, you can change them as things change in your life and you need to adapt them. Um, this would also be a great thing if your kids have a phone and you set up a routine for them in the mornings because you hit start on the bottom and you decide how long each item will take you. So, my first item is right now in the summer because it's like 100 bazillion degrees in Texas is to go clean the pool while it's still cool in the morning. And I've got 10 minutes allocated for that. So it times it. And so then when you're supposed to be done, it will beep at you. If you have an Apple Watch, it's amazing because you can start it on your Apple Watch and then you can see how much time you have left. I love that. I've only had an Apple Watch for a few months. And so that's how I do my morning routine now. So, for example, one of the things you want to think about is if you have outside activities, whether that's feeding an animal, for me, it's cleaning the pool. I put that first thing in the morning in the summer because the earlier I do it, the cooler it is. If I wait until 10 o'clock, it's much hotter than if I just do it first thing in the morning. So that's the first thing on my list. I also love to just step outside when it's semi cool and just get some fresh air for a few minutes. So if you do have outdoor activities, think about where they belong in your day based on what season it is. If it's winter, put on the what part of the morning do you want to bundle up and put on your coat and your hat and all those kinds of things when it's wintertime. So the second thing on my list is laundry. And I do suggest doing a load of laundry every day. If you have kiddos, you might need to do more than one. I like to start mine early in the morning. And here's one tip. Figure out how long it takes for your usual load of laundry and place that in your app so that when it's ready, let's say if your washer takes 45 minutes and your morning routine is 1 hour, put it at the very beginning and then go 45 minutes down in your routine and switch the laundry from the washer to the dryer, because how many of us forget that the laundry is in the washer and then we go in later and it's hot in Texas, and if you don't put it immediately into the dryer, usually you have soured laundry and you have to rewash it and all those things. So I put it in my routine approximately at the time where it would be finished, and then I can pop it in the dryer. Then, if you have that luxury, I know some people have to go off to work, and so you can't fold them or hang them, but I know that's a thing that a lot of us procrastinate on. I'm a little weird. I like hanging up the laundry. So usually I try to go get it as soon as the dryer shuts off. But if that's something that you have to do in the evening, even if you've put it in the dryer, I know some of us can retoss our clothes and then hang it up in the evening or fold them. Just figure out a way to put that in your day so that you can time it so that they don't sit in the dryer and you don't forget about them. That's really been helpful for me. You can transfer that whole routine to the evening as well. Next week, I'm going to talk about PM routines. So you can put it there if you need to. So the next thing on my list is the dishwasher. I don't know why, you guys. I procrastinate on unloading the dishwasher and it takes a whole 3 minutes, So when it's in my morning routine, I just click to the next thing and I do it. That's one of the things I love about routinery is it takes away the procrastination, at least for me. If I see it on my phone, I just go do it. So here are a couple tips for the dishwasher. Number one, become a minimalist with your dishes. I was so guilty of thinking I needed all the things, all the dishes, all the, enough plates for 12 people. And how often do I have 12 people here? Not very often. So I have been gradually getting rid of a lot of my dishes. Part of that also is we're empty nesters now, and I used to cook for 3 very hungry boys. And so I had many more things that I needed. So if you've had any kind of transition in your life where you're not needing as many cooking appliances or dishes or whatever, just spend a little bit of time instead of, say, setting aside 5 minutes for dishes for unloading the dishwasher. Set aside 10 and go through one cabinet and just purge a few things. Just spend 2 or 3 minutes. I promise you, you will be so happy that you did it. I have pretty much gotten through all of our things, and I'm so glad I did that. The other thing is, you don't have to wait until the dishwasher is overflowing to run it. I used to follow the Fly Lady years and years and years ago before Facebook was even a thing. And she would say that run it every morning. The dishwasher does not have to be full. So there are times when I will run the dishwasher when it's only maybe 3/4 of the way full, maybe half full. I don't have to do that very often, but don't feel bad. If it's more important to me to get the dishes washed and be able to put them away than it is to have them and wait until the right time. I would rather do it first thing in the morning because if I don't, then sometimes it doesn't get done. So become a minimalist and run the dishwasher when it's not necessarily full, if that applies to you. So the next thing is getting ready in the morning. And one thing that has really helped me, and this is going to sound very, I don't know, probably basic. Maybe you guys already have this figured out, but it's really helped me a lot. I have one organizer for all of my skincare and makeup. And if I have extras of things that I am not using, if it is an unopened item, I have some little containers from the Dollar Tree in the drawer under my sink, and I keep those extra items in there. If it's something I only use occasionally, I have a little container again from the Dollar Tree, and I just keep those things in there if it's something I don't use all the time. Let's say it's an eyeshadow that I rarely use or whatever. So I just have an organizer. This is just from Walmart. And it has every single thing I need except one jar of moisturizer that won't fit in here. This is everything I need to get ready in the morning. So I keep it up in the medicine cabinet above my sink, and I just pull it down, set it on the counter, put my makeup on, and I put it back. So it's out of the way. You could leave it out on your counter depending on what kind of organization style you prefer. I like to have it all put away, so I just put it right back. Makes it so easy because it's all in one spot and I'm not having to shift through and look for what I'm wanting to use that day because I have it all right there. The next thing on my list is eating breakfast. And sometimes I just eat whenever I'm hungry. So I don't always stop and do it right then, but usually I do. So if you are the kind of person like me who tends to eat the same thing for breakfast for a while, like I don't know, I'll have cereal every day for 2 weeks and then I'll decide I want eggs and toast and I have that every day for 2 weeks. So I don't plan out my breakfast. But if you need to, you definitely can use a menu planner to plan out your breakfast because that saves so much time and you've already got it planned out. You don't have to think about it. We do have, this is my favorite menu planner. It looks like this. And so it has breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And then a place for, oh, I'm on the wrong spot, a place for your grocery list over here. And I'll show you something else on there that applies a little bit later. So menu planning is a huge help if you cook breakfast for more than one person, or if you don't like to eat the same thing every day. It's great to have it all planned out. That way you just don't have to think about it and you can just make whatever it is for that day. The next thing, which you've seen my posts, I'm not great at, is taking my supplements, which I do need to do. So I have this nifty organizer from Amazon. Looks like this. And it has morning, noon, evening, and PM. And so I fill that up once a week, and then I can pull out the one I need for that day and just keep it out on the table. And that helps me tremendously to take my supplements. And I did post a picture the other day. I just use some bin organizers from Dollar Tree. They're actually fridge organizers, but I keep my supplements, the whole bottles in there. And then once a week, I just pull those bins out and I refill my supplements. And it makes it so much easier. And because it is on my Routinery app, I'll just go ahead and just take them right then. And that way, I don't forget. The next thing is cleaning the kitchen. And I know if you've watched any organizing videos, they tell you clean the kitchen before you go to bed. You want to wake up to a clean kitchen. And that is so true. But for some of us who are not, I don't remember if this post is already up. I think it's going up tomorrow, but I am not a morning person, but I'm also not an evening person. I always say I'm neither. So I don't always clean up the kitchen at night. My husband is a dear and he puts away the any leftovers, he'll put them away, and we have the dishes put in a spot or in the dishwasher, but I don't always clean up everything in the evening. I know that's probably terrible. But when I do it in the morning, I love doing it in the morning. I don't know why, but I do. So no judgment. Just put that in your morning routine. Usually, we still need to wipe down counters and all those kinds of things. Put it in there when it works for you. And dinner, the next thing on my list is to thaw something for dinner because otherwise it's 4 o'clock and you don't know what's for dinner. Am I the only one that does that? So, again, our menu planner, which where did I set it? It has a section for, here it is. This is one of my favorite things about it is it has the part for your grocery list. It has pull from freezer. So when you're making your menu, you can write down the things that you need to pull out of the freezer. That is so helpful for me to remember to do that. Then also things you want to pull from the pantry. So especially if you're someone who works away from home during the day, this would be great in the morning if you had as part of your morning routine to thaw the meat and to pull anything from the pantry that you need. That way, when you come in the evening, it's all ready to go and it won't be as stressful. The other thing is must use leftovers. So if you have produce in the refrigerator that you need to use up or some leftovers that you want to use, you can just jot it down here. I just keep this out on the counter in the kitchen and it's so helpful because you've got your menu plan for the week. You can put your grocery list here. I use this a little bit differently. If you've seen my videos before, I don't really plan out breakfast and lunch because it's just my husband and I. So I put my dinner right here, and then I use this part for my grocery list. So you could do that as well. But if you're using all of this, your grocery list can go right here. For me, I put meal prep things I need to do, like, make salad fixins and all that stuff. You can tell I'm a Texan, right? So I hope that was helpful. Again, the app that I use is just called Routinery. And let me see if it shows. It's RO. I was trying to find a picture so that you will know what it looks like in the App Store. But it has lots of suggestions for you can even download start of the day. You can put little icons in, you can tweak it. It is a wonderful routine or wonderful app. So again, it's called Routinery and it's been a life changer for me. So if you would like the link to it, just put something in the comments, and it does have a way where I can message you the link for the app. But if you just look under Routinery in the App Store, it is Apple. I'm pretty sure it's for all phones, though. I think you can find it for all of them. So I hope something that I shared with you was helpful, and I hope you have an awesome day.